Hello YouTube people. I am back. I don't know how much time has passed, but I've been pregnant, had a baby, taking care of the baby for a year now, and it's been very intense. We have shown a lot of devotion to the upbringing of this child, and with a lot of love. And many times, not many times, that I could see myself doing this again, because there's not a lot of time to have been myself. Basically, I'm always myself, but taking care of the baby. And so this is the first time in a year of having the baby that I feel like I can sit down again and share my life and my thoughts with you guys. And what I wanted to tell you is that I would like to make this channel more about what's actually in my mind, and that I am constantly experimenting and seeing life through the teachings of the gene keys, which is derived from human design, which is derived from the I Ching, and like a very old teaching from China, I think. So there's like a lot of interesting, it's like a framework to kind of explain the different angles of being human. In my experience and my feeling of truth, it's a framework, but the actual truth, of course, is, for me, feels like it's fluent. It's not actually the framework, but the framework helps to understand ourselves. And so the gene keys and human design and I Ching and stuff, and there's so many other types of frameworks, they help us understand why do we do what we do. What is this part of me doing, and how can I see it maybe differently to unlock it, or to like let it unwind, and eventually kind of make life better, if that's a thing, because sometimes when we evolve, there's just bigger challenges that come around. So it's like always paradox. All of it's constantly paradoxes. And so I used to talk on this channel like in general terms and just metaphors, and I wanted to keep it open and not about gene keys or human design. But to be honest, it's just what my mind's busy with every day, and I'm in this kind of, a couple of years ago, I just started with observing myself and what I used to do is I used to think like, what am I good at, and what could I do for a living like this? And I am creative, and I am actually capable of kind of mastering anything. That sounds a bit arrogant, but I feel like, yeah, there's been many things that I'm like, oh yeah, I could do that. And I try it, and I can do it, and I can do it well. But my heart's not in it. And I do it for, oh, this could bring a good job, or this could give money, or some, I also have done creative things like, oh, this would be a cool person to be, like, oh yeah, let me be an artist. For example, let me be a painter. I did a couple of paintings and thought, yeah, I'm gonna do this as a living, but this is always my thing. Like, I start doing something, and yeah, it collapses on itself because it's not from the heart. And so what I've been starting to do these last years is observe and ask myself, what am I already doing? But if you think in a framework of like jobs, and like my purpose has to be job, then you're always thinking in this frame, and you're not seeing what you're actually already doing and what is already catching your attention daily, what you're already doing, and it seems like you're doing nothing. But you are doing something, even if it's just in your mind, or if it's, I don't know, it's like, it's the little things. And I started noticing that I like gardening. I don't like gardening. I kind of love gardening, and I have this special relationship with plants. And I like the seasons, and the way plants are always surprising me, and I sometimes they die, sometimes they're struggling, and I keep them alive, and sometimes miracles happen, and I'm so excited, like, to see a winter gone by and thinking, oh, this plant is dead, but I'm keeping it here just in case it comes back. And sometimes, actually almost every year, there's one that surprises me, and it comes back, and it comes back so strong. I don't know, that's something I'm really excited about. So what happened this last year is, well, for several years now, like 4 years maybe, I've been gardening, and I was able to choose the plants for a new garden, and then I moved and was able to choose plants for another garden. So I like the designing part, and the part where I put together the plants, like it's like painting but with plants. And so I rolled into that. I couldn't help myself. I didn't do it because I thought, oh, this would be a nice job. This was actually my the place where I ran away from daily life and jobs. It was in the garden, and it's like, oh, it's just bringing me peace and joy. And so at some point I was doing it so much that I was thinking, I am putting so much time into this, like, I should be paying attention to the things I'm already doing. and like the magic, the worth, my self-worth, the worth that I can offer to the world, to others, and in the universe, it's already here, and it's already like coming up. And so that's when I was like, oh yeah, let's keep developing this, and let's feed it more, and let's see how it can grow. And then I moved again, had a baby, and when she was 3 or 4 months old, I was like, okay, let me see from the landscape architects in this neighborhood. Let me just send out an email and share that my passion, like that I love plants and gardens, and I like to design them. And let's see who is interested in working together or something. And like an amazing connection happened, and it made me grow. And now I'm actually active as a garden designer. And there's more aspects about me. I love people as well, and like the psychology, and I'm very immersed in my own life and my own experience and my struggles and how I overcome them or evolve and stuff like that. And that's why the Gene Keys and human design are so present in my life, because it's like my personal experience. I look at my life and my experience very much through the framework of the Gene Keys and the human design. And I don't follow the human design or the Gene Keys, like that's, I don't. They are an interesting framework for me to feel like what feels like true, what feels like this is really how I'm also experiencing, like what is resonating, and all the other stuff like you have to do this and you have to do that. I don't see it that way. I really want to share what I feel through this experience, and so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to talk about the lines. I'm often thinking about the lines, like the lines from 1 to 6, and their specific flavors of life, and like they make up like 6 is like easy to feel into, because I mean there's 64 Gene Keys and you can have them in 6 different flavors, so that's a lot. But yeah, it's exciting. For me, when I came through human design and Gene Keys, it's so complex. It's so much information, and that it kind of attracted me, because for me that's like a realistic view of how humanity is kind of put together, because every human is so unique, and like the traditional Western astrology is like 12 different boxes, frames of describing personality. And for me, that's like not so realistic. I still like astrology. Yeah. It's fun, but that was not giving it for me. And so it's 64 gene keys and 6 different type of lines, and you're like, you have all these different gene keys and different lines put together, and everybody's different. Like there's no copy, and that felt real to me. That's like, yes, that's how you're all different. Like it's like a prism, like the transparent prism, and the light comes in and then gets distorted into different light beams. That's how I see what the gene keys and human design try to describe. That everyone has a different diffraction of light, kind of. And so a different personality, different challenges, different... and in the same way, we kind of all share them. So everybody's different, but our flavors and different angles, they all kind of cross-pollinate, and we can relate to each other sometimes. And it's such a nice way of looking at things. So I just wanted to share that with you guys, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.